Oregon is 12-0. They're undefeated. They're the unanimous number one team in the country. No doubt about it, they deserve the top spot. All offseason, I questioned their physicality, their depth, their ability to grind out wins in the Big Ten Conference. They have defied the odds and won every game they've played. But it hasn't necessarily been smooth sailing. Yes, Oregon is a very good team, but they also have been the luckiest team in all of college football. First week of the season, they escaped Idaho, one of the weakest teams in the country. The very next week, they got very lucky to come out on top over an underrated Boise State. A few weeks later, they got just enough luck to beat Ohio State by 1, a game where weird things happened the entire 60 minutes. Just a few weeks ago, they won their luckiest game yet, escaping a bad weather game in Madison, 16-13, where both teams tried everything they could do to lose. But Oregon came out on top. Each week that has gone by, Oregon has remained number one, but they have slowly revealed weakness after weakness, vulnerability after vulnerability. It leaves only one choice to bring up the question: when will Oregon's luck run out? Can the big-name players make the big-name plays their teams need? I know for sure that Tyler Warren's going to have a big day. How often can we get him and Singleton the ball in space? How can we dial up the best trick plays that we've been waiting for all season? Feels like the last couple weeks, we've run some sugar huddle stuff, we've run some interesting things here and there, but I feel like we haven't really fully extended our playbook yet. It's the Big Ten Championship. It's time, man, against the number one team. Can Abdul Carter and company get in the backfield, create chaos? Staying on schedule will be crucial for both offenses, and our defense right now is getting in the backfield at will. Every negative play could really hurt Oregon. How do we utilize Bo Pribula? We shouldn't be throwing to our wide receivers that much. It's the weak point of our offense. Can Bo come in and give the offense a boost? Does Dylan Gabriel play flawlessly? Or does he make some mistakes that will be magnified in a game like this? Can Jordan James carry the insane workload that he's had this season in his 13th game against his most physical opponent yet? Jordan James is a really slithery back. I know it's an interesting adjective, but you watch him play, he doesn't take a ton of big hits. He doesn't really lower the shoulder that much. He's slithery, right? I think we got the backers and the D linemen that are going to lay the wood on him sometimes. And he better have his screws on tight or else he's going to be in for a long night. Penn State's definitely the deeper team, so any injuries would likely hurt Oregon more. I think that could be big if anyone important gets hurt. Can Oregon get their speedy wide receivers the ball consistently? Or will it be a struggle to find their playmakers? Having downfield threat receivers is cool when it's working, but it's not always consistent. So, with all that being said, normally I would predict a win for us in a game like this. If I'm unsure on who to pick in a big game, the last couple of years I've just picked Penn State. I've given us the benefit of the doubt. This time I'm going reverse psychology. And also, even if I think we're the better team, I would like to pay my respects to Oregon for surprising me this season and going undefeated. I've doubted Oregon for long enough. I'm finally buying into them and hoping that they continue to prove me wrong. My prediction, Penn State 21, 24 for Oregon. I expect a low-scoring game. I expect it to be close. I expect it to be a grind. I expect a couple plays to be the difference. Oregon's been the lucky team all season, right? I'm not sure I can predict against that. But luck doesn't win football games every time. Eventually it's got to run out, right? I think we're the more complete football team, but Oregon has had the luck on their side all season. There's a lot of signs pointing to Penn State pulling off the upset, and it will likely come down to a couple of crucial plays that hopefully we'll be able to make this time. Also, as awesome as it would be to win the Big Ten title and be number one in the country, getting the 5 seed technically would give us the easiest path to the Final Four, and it would give me the home playoff game that I want so badly. Unfortunately, with Ohio State choking again, We have to lose as well if we want one more epic game in Beaver Stadium.